Hello everyone, my name is EWLaser81 here. And today is the 24th of August and it is my birthday. My 29th birthday to be exact. So good to me. It's another milestone in my age now. Because I'll be close then to reaching 30. Where I'll become old. Well, not old, but not old as old, but you get the idea. So I'm going to be showcasing off some of the presents I got and to show you in an unboxing video, do an unboxing video. So without further ado, here is what I got. A PS4 game and a brand new controller for my PS3. First of all, I'm just going to get on to showcasing the PS4 game, and it is on the game I originally had high difficulty trying to get, and the one I had high hopes for is Persona 5. I finally have it now, guys. Copies of this game are very difficult to get by. But now I finally have it. I can't wait to get into a point to get properly started on it. This will be a game that will go alongside the disgraceful PS4 RPG that is this. So I'll have this game to calm me down if this game is starting to piss me off. So I'm glad to have Persona 5. I've been searching ages for that. So let me just put my Final Fantasy 12. Let's put the Darkstalkers Final Fantasy 12 there. Review. Although I could have just thrown it to the corner. Nah, why would I have the sense to do that? So here we go. Here's Persona 5. Wrapped in this tinfoil casing. Or wrapped up nicely on sheets of paper. I have no idea what it. You know what, I kind of forgot what it's meant to be called, but who cares? I'm just gonna just wrapped up in all sorts of wrapping paper. That's it, wrapping paper. That's it. Right, here it is, Persona 5 on the PS4. The game that came out, or the game that also came out for the PS3 as well. But even though I think the PS3 version physical copies are much more difficult to get. So here it is, and here it is, and there's the disc as well. Shit, it's upside down. Let me just show you. Here it is. There's the disc. The showcase looks really good. No instructions, obvious. It's this generation. Why are you never including instructions with the physical copies now? Stupid. So yeah, Persona 5. Gotta really love the description of the back. Everyone says it's a fantastic RPG game. And definitely one of the best ones this year, alongside Tales of Zesteria. That's a fantastic one as well. Alright, so here we go, that's Persona 5. Next. Check out this bad boy. This is a PlayStation 3 controller called the MLG what's it called? Pro Circuit controller. The MLG Major League Gaming Pro Circuit controller. This was made for the PlayStation 3 by Mad Catz, the now defunct Mad Catz, who went into bankruptcy, which is a shame because they really made some fantastic controllers. I've read the story about Mad Catz, this company, what they did for controllers as a third-party developer. On LGR's channel, he's got something called Tech Tales, and you can look at like the rise and fall of Mad Catz, and you'll have like a full story of what happened with Mad Catz. So yeah, Mad Catz made this little controller, but not just any kind of controller, but a controller that lets you customize. And I mean customize the controller the way you like it. I mean, it looks really neat. Definitely looks like definitely looks like a very fully standard PS3 controller, but but it's different. You will see what that is when we fully unbox the thing. I'll read some of the descriptions at the back. Change analog stick styles and colors, and controller colors with extra pro module kits. Because yeah, it comes with extra kits and custom faceplates as well. Pro module system for the on-the-fly swapping of analog stick and D-pad. Very capable bi-cable length and colors with additional Pro cable extensions. Stencil cartridge-based system that adds up to 30 grams of weight. Yep, so you got grams on the thing, which makes it very heavy. Includes Pro case, doors, protects, controller, and accessories. So yeah, you'll come with a nice little looking bag with it as well. And I've been told also with this controller that for the PS3 version of this controller, it concludes a trigger swap mechanic, allowing you to switch the trigger buttons with the bumper buttons. I'll explain how that works. So, it's time to unbox this bastard. Here we go. Congratulations on your purchase of the official MLG Pro Second controller. This is a controller created by gamers for gamers on behalf of Major League Gaming and Mad Catz. We hope this MLG Pro Second controller helps bring your game to the next level. In the box, it's got the package containing the controller itself, the 3-piece Pro Stick controller faceplate kit, gloss, both gloss and matte something, I can't tell. One Pro Circuit controller L-shaped door and a weighted door. 2 35-gram weight cartridges. 2 times Pro analog stick modules. A D-pad module. A 2 times Pro P analog stick modules. 1 P Pro D-pad module, Pro cables, and a Pro case, and a user's guide. And so here we are. You can see case again, and it's all wrapped up in sellotape. Put this aside. Right, there's another one to the side. And Alright, here we go, jump out there. I got the box open, and here it is. Look at that. Look what's in the box. You can see the controller itself. This is the PS3 version of the control pad. And you can see the little extra parts it comes with. That's on the bottom. So you got on the bottom here, you got the D-pad, you got the little module D-pad, and you got the casing, and you got the little other casing places, and 2 analog stick pieces. Really cool, that is. Really, really cool. And in the red pile is the controller itself. And you will already notice, just by the controller design, I'll show you it, that it looks and meant to be designed very similar to an Xbox 360 controller. In other words, you can have style in a way that's very similar to the Xbox, and you can have it that's very similar to the PlayStation 3. You're gonna see me customize that on this camera now. But also, to show you quickly, this also comes with a little Pro case. So if you're taking it around with friends, so you're taking it over to friends' houses, yeah, you can put them in a bag. And here we go. Here it comes with the user's guide. Show you it. Here it is, the instructions. Right. Let's have a look. Let me just show you what you can do with it. Let's have a look. See, have a look. And now once I turn it the other way. Right, here it is. Some of the things you can do with the controller. I'll just show you how the controller works. But basically, you can move the casing, change the casing around, change the design, put some weight to it, to the controller and whatnot, with all the various modules you got there. Okay, so let's put the instructions away. This is not an instruction manual, it's written in a single sheet of toilet paper. It required a bigger toilet paper. Still running down from the rations. And also, yes, it comes with the USB charger, because you need to charge up your device. And obviously, we come to the device itself. Look at that. Feels nice. And except it's now stuck in it. Whoops. I removed the casing from it. Whoops. Just put that down there. Here it is. Let's put the casing back in it. So here it is, guys. The controller itself. It's got all the PlayStation buttons. Triangle, circle, X, square, D-pad, and the left analog sticks. And all the buttons, trigger buttons, and the button buttons there. And what you will notice automatically that it's very designed similarly. Once again, I'll show you up close. Similar to the Xbox 360 controller. There is an Xbox 360 variation on this controller. But the one I'm showing here is the PS3 version. Now, and it's time to show you how this device works in terms of customization. Well, like I said before, you've got this little case that you can remove. So if you're careful, there you go. You can move the casing, and you can remove the analog sticks. To be honest, I'm not sure how you're meant to remove the analog sticks. I think it says in the instruction manual. Oh, I wrote the instructions. Oh dear. Ah, there's a lock. Ah yes, I found it now. There's like a little lock on the controller that you move. So you turn, if you want to remove it, you turn that clockwise, anti-clockwise, and there it goes, it comes off. Same thing here, I'll do it again. It's a bit of a bug. It is a bit of a bugger to get. It is a bit of a bugger to get off. Here we go. I've removed all three of them. So there you go. You can notice that all three of these, the right analog stick, and the left analog stick, and the D-pad are now removed. But we'll be moving them into different places. So what you need to do is find a good place to lock it down, and then move it to the other side. And I'm going to be moving the D-pad into this spot just because. There we go, I got it in now. And there you go, you can see I've moved the analog sticks a different way. So I've got it like the way an Xbox controller would do. So when you're done, make sure all the controls make sure all the compartments are together, and snap the case back into place, and there you go, you're ready to game. So once again, it's got all the compartments of a PlayStation 3 controller, your bumpers and trigger buttons, all your standard 4 face button, PlayStation face buttons, the directional buttons, your left analog stick, your right analog stick, your start, select, and the home button, and of course the logo of the controller. Yeah, I'm really well pleased the way it looks. But let's try moving. So let's try moving some parts of the device a bit. So there we go, we got the other device, Right, jump cut there, sorry. Alright, so we'll remove the B parts. But I think I'll put the instructions again away. Because now I know what to do, how to release the locks on the controller. Right, okay, let's move this thing here and just show you the other compartments it comes with. It comes with two of these, which are very similar to the analog sticks just on the 360. Here they are. And you get these hard casings, hard little plate, these hard little plates, this is a very solid plate version. I'm actually thinking about putting this on my controller. Whoops. Oh, we don't get. There we go. And a D-pad, an Xbox 360 style D-pad. So if you really want to change, like the controller design to make it snazzy, let's remove the casing, remove these two. Yeah, you can remove those two as well. And remove the modules. Bit of a pain in the backside with these modules. There we go. And the good thing is they have to touch the control. They have to touch the analog. Yeah, they have to touch the analog control and circuitry on the controller. All right. Is that really in? Let's try it. Huh? Oh, here we go. Yeah, you gotta find the arrow. There you go, I got those two in. I can just get the next one in. I know, I may have put them in the wrong way. Not the way the Xbox 360 controller was intended, but there you go. There we go. Now you can have it with the Xbox style controls. Well, this and well, I swapped these two. I need to swap those two around to make it Xbox Pro and Xbox style. But this controller setup is the way PlayStation was assigned. But here we go. Looks pretty neat. It looks really feels rather neat on my hand. So, one little thing I want to do is I'm going to put all these in with the covering of the Xbox control, the Xbox style. Now, here we go. Here we go, and that's the flip, and that's how it is. And that's how you can. That's how the controller works. You can customize the style that you want it. You want a PlayStation style. You want it with the. You want the Xbox style with PlayStation 3 sticks and D-pad, or do you want Xbox 360 style control stick and analog stick with in the form of an Xbox 360 and 360 passing. So that's pretty good. So I like that you can actually customize the control pad in the control pad the way you like. Because if you're playing like half-film game, you want to have like D-pad on this side, the analog sticks on like the other side. Go for a 3D pad, but if you're playing a first-person shooter, this is the standard, or first-person shooter, whatever. If you're playing a shooting game, this is the setup this is the kind of control setup you would want to have. So, that's pretty neat. Right. Last thing we do need to look at is the bag itself. And here it is, yep, this is a bag where you can store the controller. And I think that's a little cover. Put all the parts in here. Or do you put the parts in here? Alright, so rudimentary. Is this the way I'm supposed to put this thing in here? Tells me I'm not, something tells me I'm not 100% quite sure. I do know this is where like all you're supposed to put the other compartments that come with the device in, so you can like zip it up and carry it around with you if you're walking around friends' houses. So that's really clever. Now, obviously, the last thing I do want to show off is the way the controller is the trigger swap mechanic. So what I'm going to do is go to a game and figure out how the controller swap mechanic works. So what I'm going to do, set the controller up on my PlayStation 3, and I'm going to test it with some games as soon as I'm done cleaning up here. So we'll jump cut to where I start playing with the device. Alright, here it is, guys. This is it. I got the PlayStation 3 loaded up. And you can see my background here. Tales of the Abyss, whatever. So here we go. I'm going to be having it set up so you can see not only the controller but also the game I'm going to be playing. So we're going to start things off by playing a first-person shooter, Call of Duty World at War. See how show you how the controls feel. It might feel a little bit awkward trying to film the game while I hold the controller. I suppose if I hold it like this, you can see it. So you can see the LED on the controller. It shows the lights on. Shows you the controller working. So we'll just start the game normally. Just on the easiest difficulty will be fine. And while that's loading, I'm going to get the instructions so I can look at how to change the to find out how you can swap the controls around. Alright, just looked it up now. Yeah, we gotta sit through the cinematic. Right, we gotta sit through the cinematic first. Language. Language game. Watch your mouth. You might not want to see this. See, my way of self-censoring. Censored. Yeah, come at me, bro. Slice. Alright, so we're going to finally get into the game. I'm going to show you how the controls actually feel. Yes sir, dude. Alright, so here it is. We're finally in. And how the controls feel. Now this is normal, the looking up and down. So yeah, it feels natural. Turning left and right is good, and all the movement feels natural, and all the firing controls work. You can see it on my screen. You can see it. You can see me holding the controller to watching me play it. Oh, this was my favorite Call of Duty game back in the day, World War II setting, and I'm glad now that with the newest Call of Duty game, World War II, Call of Duty World War II, that they're finally going back to World War II. It's definitely been a long time since this one, where Call of Duty's had the World War II setting. Alright, so yeah, all is green here with the controls. Now I'm only just doing this on the easier difficulty just so I can just show you the way the controls feel. There you go, get him off him. You get an achievement if you do that, or a trophy as they're called in the PlayStation. I know, I'm not an adapter Call of Duty. Give me a break, guys. Right, so how to do the trigger swap then. This is one of the mechanics that you can do with the PlayStation 3 version of the MLG controller. To do that, you press and hold start and select for 5 seconds, and you'll notice 3 new LEDs have come up, and now it changes, and now the controls are now swapped to the bumper buttons. So I originally played my first person shooter games with the left and right triggers. So now, as you can see, the aiming and the firing is now on the bumper buttons. And my grenades are now my trigger buttons. This is how the PlayStation normally controls. But in all fairness, what I have here in some games is there's sometimes in some first-person shooters there's like an option to have it like the Xbox versions, their Xbox FPS counterparts. So like you can see with the default here, this is the default setup. You have like L1 for aiming and R1 for firing, but there's default flipped for but if you want to flip the trigger and bumper buttons around. Not all FPS games support it, so it's nice that they put that. So it's nice with this controller they put this in, so you can play a first-person shooter the way play a first-person shooter on the PS3 exactly the way it was meant to be. So I'll just show you it here, 2 seconds with this setup. I shot him first. Like that. Just like that. I'm going in. Bye. Bye, Japanese. Bye, Axis soldiers. So there you go. So that's how the controller actually feels on the Call of Duty. It feels very tight, feels very responsive, it feels really good. I might have to turn up the sensitivity for that looking up and down, but I think I left it on that setting by default. I think it's on the default setting, so who knows. So let's return to the PlayStation Home setting. Return the control setting. Return the PlayStation 1's control settings and try another game. Alright, we're back. We're back at the home system, and now we're going to try a shooting game that doesn't utilize the the default flipped controls, and I'll do it with Inversion. A Gears of War inspired shooting game. You'll notice now that I've returned it back to the default setting. So to return the controls back to its default setting, you press and hold start and select again for 5 seconds, and the LED lights will return back to normal. the way the controller felt before. So we'll get to this game here. So here it is, Inversion. So we'll show you quickly in options and control settings. So notice how I'm going through the control settings. You notice that if you look at the R2 and L2 controls, there's no mini zoom or fire controls assigned to the trigger buttons. Well, this is where this controller's trigger swapping mechanic really comes into play. So let's go to campaign. So I'll just pick the same level, who cares. Again, low gravity, because I'm only just testing it for this video. This is just only a test controller review. Just test how this controller feel. To test how the controls feel. Alright, so when we get into the gameplay, I'll explain again how to do the control swap mechanic in bigger detail. And afterwards, then I can show you a couple more, just two more games that you can also work effectively. Alright, so here we are, we're in gameplay now. So again, if you want to change the controls, the bumper and trigger buttons, press and hold the select start button for 5 seconds. And then you'll notice the LEDs are back. You notice the 3 LEDs there. And there you go, you can have you notice all the firing is now on the you notice all the firing and aiming is now on the trigger buttons. All the firing and aiming buttons is now on the trigger buttons instead of on the bumper. And to return it to return its settings, press hold and start and select twice, and now it's back to the normal light. And there you go, it's back to the bumper. Not demonstrating it very well because I'm holding the controller as well and the camera as well. But there we go. It's very neat. So let's put the controller back to its controls I want it. There you go. And let's get into combat here just to show it off. This is Inversion, Gears of War inspired shooter. Just skip the story. So there you go. It feels very good. And to me, this game is very underrated. He got in the way, or she got in the way. It's her fault. I wasn't paying attention, to be honest. There you go. 2 guys dead. And here we go, more guys. Alright, let's get to cover and then this car here. Very underrated third person action game. It's not as good as Gears of War. So in this game, it's a Gears inspired shooter. But I still like it. Very underrated in my opinion. And it is very violent as well. Pretty violent. So yeah, it works really good with the Xbox, with this controller. Very perfect for games like this. The Last of Us, Dark Void, the original Uncharted, I think, did not have default controls where it can be flipped. But if you do get the MLG controller, playing through the original Uncharted or playing through The Last of Us on PS3 is a blast. And this game is also a blast with it. And it feels very, very responsive. The minute I pull the trigger, yeah, the buttons are perfect. It responds very, very brilliantly. And of course the analog sticks work brilliantly with this as well. I'm really feeling the comfort and the impact. What about the vibration? Oh, I don't think I turned on the vibration, didn't I? Should I? Control settings. Well, I don't think this controller has vibration. I have no idea. Yeah, because I'm... Or did I not enable it in the options? Who knows? Who knows? Or I don't think this game may support it. Who cares? Oh well, who cares? As long as the controls feel very smooth, and they're not handicapped by like any second delays or something. It feels natural, and it feels like I'm playing the Xbox. Gears of War on the Xbox. So then, I think we've had enough. So this is brilliant. So we've had enough showcasing of shooting games. We're gonna move on to some more different style games. So I'll be right back. I'm back back here once again, and this time, how about we try a fighting game? Darkstalkers Resurrection. I actually got this for free with my PlayStation Plus subscription. So why not? We should try a fighting game out. See how the buttons work out. Grupo. Yep. Another fantastic fighting game series from Capcom. I'll just go on the one I'm on. Just start it up. Night Warriors, whatever. Again, D-pad button responds well, so... Oh, and I didn't want the butt. I didn't want that. Didn't want those colors. Sorry, my fault. Alright, whatever. Wanted red, but whatever. But either way, again, the buttons respond really well. You do special moves as well. I just annihilated him. I'm not particularly efficient at fighting games, especially ones like this, but but the way it feels is more efficient. If you're playing an Xbox, if you're playing a fighting game with an Xbox controller, usually playing a fighting game with an Xbox controller is pretty much hinders your performance, because like you try to do a special move and it just won't come out. At least on here, or at least what I'm playing with this. Yeah, like I did that, even though it's not meant to. Get out. You can see the controls really do respond very well. Get out of here. There we go. Got it. Figured I'd use the machine gun as well. Special moves really perform really well. On here, on this control pad, everything just works the way it should be. Like if you're playing a normal fighting game on a D-pad. Just feels very tight, very responsive, really like it. Again, not effective at fighting games, but does brilliantly. I like it. Get out. Get out. And yeah, I'm shooting the opponents with BB Hood. I like BB Hood. I remember fighting her in Project Cross Zone 2. In the demo, and I believe, yeah, she's in the full game as well. Probably as a boss character though. I'm not sure. I haven't got up to in the full game. I haven't played through Project Cross Zone 2 fully, but I am gonna do so. And with the trigger buttons flipped over, yeah, I'm really taking the advantage. Okay. Okay. Now's a good time to strike back. Right. Get out of here. Right. How could you miss somebody up that close? Come on. Oh, there's a good chance. I'm gonna... Yes, get out. Alright, here we go. So that's a bit of some Darkstalkers. Alright, we're on to the next game right now. I decided to put on Klonoa for the PS1. So, right, let's begin then. Let's begin playing it. I'm going to apologize about the sound. Yeah. I probably should have started. I probably should have hit the button. Probably should have hit the record button until he started playing. But either way, we're now going to test a platformer with Klonoa. See how it feels naturally. But this will just be on this, just to see how it will be on this, just a standard controller. Under the standard controls, I should say. In which again, yes, it feels, all the buttons feel responsive, natural, no delay. I have no idea how the game got like this. The game's sound got like this. Because this is not how the game's supposed to sound. But I'm not here to complain about that. To just see how to play the game and show how the game plays with this control setup. Yep, very natural. Sorry. Did not mean to do that. Get off! That's what I wanted to do. Oh, I probably should have waited until I got that big guy. That doesn't matter. Oh! Get off! Take that. Playing like a noob here. Get off. So yeah, feels really good. Good. Never feel like I'm hindered by performing. Yeah, we're just in a cutscene there. So yeah. Oh, I probably should have. Never mind, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Definitely. There we go. At least I got 2 extra lives out of it, so that's something. And got that person rescued. Right, collect those gems. Right then, Mr. Bunny gets squashed and get knocked in. Okay, so there you go. Didn't need to put it. Didn't need to change it, but you can just have it. But again, if you want, you can unlock that, and swap those 2 around, and you get you start and you can play it like standard PlayStation controller, and yeah, everything all feels natural. So so that's a bit of Klonoa. All right, here we go, guys. We're on to the we're on to our next, on to one more game for this video, and this is on, and I'm doing this now in Tales of Zesteria, and I've changed the controller setup so I can have my Xbox style sticks in the form of PlayStation 3 setup. So again, let's test the controls here. Fantastic, works really well. Of course, I'm only showing this with I'm showing my playthrough of the game in my regular playthrough after I finish the final boss and after I finish the X dungeon. But I'm not going to show you the final boss in the X dungeon, no. Right, I just want to find... How do I... Oh, it's been ages since I've last played this. I'm going to switch the controls and see if I can get myself... Right, here we go. Here it is. It's back to the settings I want. Oh, that's it. Oh, that's it. The map button. I'm just going to go to... Can I warp? I could have sworn I had warp. Yeah, you're gonna have to forgive me, folks. So I could have sworn I had warp, so I can like warp to any area. Oh wait, was it? It was warp. Ah, there it is. Save point travel. There we go. It's been ages since I've last played this. I forgot. I've started to forget. It's because like I'm too comfortable with the free warp ability in Tales of Zesteria, the newest one. And there it is. Look at that responsiveness. And on it, and how it feels on the control pad really feels good. I really love the music in this game. It's my favorite music track in the Tales franchise. Next to the first Tales of Zesteria. Right, this is where. Hang on. It's meant to be like. Oh. Oh, and yeah, I mean, it's because of that I don't have the God Eater DLC in this playthrough. Cause one I did. You're gonna have to forgive me, folks. Ah, here we go. I think I might have to come back out to come back in because I want to do a fight in there just to show off. There it is. This is from Bandai Namco's God Eater. And I wouldn't mind doing it. Just to show off my abilities and skills. Let's combat them, shall we? And I've got the voices in Japanese in case you purists want to hear the voices in Japanese style. Again, very tight. Combat's very good. Stick responds to all the arcs I pull off. How about we transform, shall we? Or fuse together with Mikleo, my wall of Seraph. Oh, I'll probably need to get a bit closer. Yeah, his bow is very short range. Yeah, how come a bow like that has such bugger all reach? Right, let's... Oh well. There you go. Let's change it up. To Lila. Yep, I want to use Lila. Lila's really good. I like using her. Right, let's recharge. Yep, let's use a Smith. I think, how do we use a Mystic Art in this? There we go, got it. There you go, Mystic Arts. Flamberge. Good Mystic Art, I like that. It was nothing, Saray. There we go, little beast, just to shove him off. Alright, let's transform, let's fuse again, like that. Of course, at this level, by the time I finished the game, including the X-bot, the X-dungeon boss, I was about level 119. And defeated the final boss in his X form. Because I know for one thing, the final boss, after you face the game's X-dungeon boss, is notoriously difficult. So yeah, oh yeah, here you go, Rose's Mystic Arts, J. Luna Constance, really good. So there you go, that's Tales of Zesteria with this new controller. It feels really good, and I actually really do like the responsiveness on here. So that's brilliant. I think that'll be enough gameplay for this, so it'll be time to conclude this with my final verdict. So, in conclusion, this is a very solid controller. It works with the responsiveness of all the games. It works with any type of game that you're playing, and the controls just allow you to customize the way you want your game to be, and I really like it. It's really solid. And it just allows you to set the controller up the way you like it. You can even set the button. You can set the trigger. You can swap the trigger buttons, the bumper buttons. it just works. It works naturally. I mean, there's nothing that, like the lag or delays that, that causes the controller to go off, and there's nothing that really hinders, like, performance of this device. And it also really and also it works with any kind of game you want to play. But any kind of game you're playing. And I also like it that you can change the layout of it, like make it so like you can have, again, the D-pad either there and left analog stick here. Example, you can play like the Xbox, or you can play like the PlayStation. How like the PlayStation consoles have their controllers sorted out. It's just natural. It just feels responsive. It works, and then you can just have it like any way you want, and you can just really play around with it. It's just a controller full of many different possibilities. And I think it worked, and I think they did a fantastic job on that. Fantastic job on that. They really did it, they really nailed it. But and for the good games I just tested in this video, it works. Brilliant. Although getting the sticks out is a bit of a pain. But when you do get them out, it's all with the ones you want. Yeah. When the sticks finally come out, yeah, like that. It's coming out now, thank goodness. Yeah, that's where you finally feel that you really want the control settings to be the way you want it. It's really incredible. It's a very solidly well done. They did a fantastic effort putting it together. Solid, and for every type of game you want to play on your PS3 in the control style you want it to be. If you're like when you went with the Xbox and you want something that's similar to an Xbox controller, this is about as good as you can get. Pro Circuit controller really just has a lot going for it. There's a lot of pros that work well with this controller. It's impossible to see like anything that's theoretically wrong with it. Well, it's just getting the stick. It's just trying to get everything out. It's just a pain in the backside because of this lock mechanic, and then at times very damn loose thing. I'm trying to get it off now. It's just a pain. Yeah, but anyway, I do give it a high recommendation. If you want this controller, thankfully, online stores are doing it cheap. Last time I checked, I've seen it for like 20 odd quid now. And if you really do want to see, if you are going back to the PlayStation 3 and you want to have a controller that works in the style of an Xbox had, then yeah, this controller I highly recommend it. If you can push through the locking mechanic, but then it's fun to use. Ah, there we go, finally it comes out. It's a bit of a nuisance, but it's not a big deal. Once you're used to it, it's fine. It becomes it becomes more become more comfortable with it. So there you go. I'm just gonna have it on the way I'm gonna have it. There you go. I'm just gonna put the cover in, and I'll show you how I'm gonna leave it. This is how I'm gonna have my Pro Circuit controller with the PS3 style analog sticks in the way it's designed similar to an Xbox pad. So yeah, this is how I'm going to be having it, and then I'm going to be swapping the trigger buttons. So I'm going to have the trigger buttons be my fire buttons. For games like Inversion, Last of Us, Uncharted 1, I think, I don't use the trigger buttons by default. So I'm happy with that. And if you do, again, it's a really good, and again, they're selling it for very cheap now, and if you can get your hands on this controller, I highly do recommend it. And if I were to give this score for this controller, I really give this controller a 9 out of 10. It just functions for all the type of games you want to be playing it with. It's brilliant. It's fully customizable, and it suits your game style setting. You can customize it the way you want. It's all the buttons and all the thingamajiggies respond. There's no delays in the controls from what I've experienced so far. And it's just a very working controller. And if you do love it, it's got all these parts here. You can just play around with it and just change the controls to how you want it. It's a toy full of possibilities. And plus you can carry it around with it. Plus you can carry it in a bag, and plus you can take it over to friends' houses. You can play Call of Duty. You can play all sorts of games together. I could test it with a couple of other games if requested. So, this has been my review of the Pro Circuit controller. If you like it, give this a comment, a favorite, subscribe to my channel for content. And now, it's back to business.